We have reviewed the swoon theory. Now let us look at today's most popular theory, myth theory. According to this theory, the story of the resurrection of Christ was an exaggeration based on a more plausible event. Almost all myths develop generations after an event and are loosely based on this event. There are several objections to be made to the myth theory. The first is the amount of time that passed between the death of Christ, around 33 AD, and the completion of the Gospels, around 65 AD. This leaves us no more than 32 years for the life and death of Jesus to be exaggerated to the resurrection story we know today. This is unprecedented and much faster than the typical few hundred years it takes for a myth to develop. If a myth could develop this quickly, it would be immediately discredited by the witnesses to the actual events. Another objection to be made is the lack of any other historical figure we could identify as the source of this myth. The Jesus we know in the Gospels is the only Jesus we know. Unlike other myths, we have no historical figure we can identify as the foundation for this exaggerated story. Lastly, the Gospels and letters within the Bible identify the resurrection as a fact. If this event did not take place as indicated by the Bible, then it must be a lie, not a myth. Most decidedly must a considerable interval of time be required for such a complete transformation of a whole history by popular tradition. When the series of legends are formed in the same territory where the heroes actually lived and wrought, here, one cannot imagine how such a series of legends could arise in an historical age, obtain universal respect, and supplant the historical recollection of the true character and connection of their heroes' lives in the minds of the community. If eyewitnesses were still at hand, who could be questioned respecting the truth of the recorded marvels. Hence, legendary fiction, as it likes not the clear present time, but prefers the mysterious gloom of grey antiquity, is wont to seek a remoteness of age, along with that of space, and to remove its boldest and most rare and wonderful creation into a very remote and unknown land. Julius Müller, professor of theology, The Theory of Myths, in its application to the Gospel history examined and confuted. Next, we will review the strangest of the alternative theories, the hallucination theory.